Okay, traders, so we all know that the best way to build a long-term successful trading portfolio, you're going to need to have more than one strategy. And the main reason behind this is that a strategy that you trade every single day is going to have good periods and it's going to have bad periods. So if you can add multiple different uncorrelated strategies into a portfolio and then see the results of those strategies, then you can build a system that basically works all year round. During down periods on two of your strategies, the other three could be profitable. And obviously, if they're all working well together, then you can have multiple winning strategies trading at one time. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how I would actually collect the data and then kind of crunch the numbers almost without using spreadsheets, without using all these different formulas, different tools, just basic software platforms that I actually use for my trading. You know, I'm not just here to promote these platforms. There are links down below if you want to use them, but they're not sponsoring this video. I just want to show you how I do it and how I advise other people to do it too. So what I'm going to show you is the FX replay results for two strategies and then how to combine them together to see a combination of results in one platform. So I have actually done this before on Excel, and I will show you that quickly now if I can just get it up. What I found was it's a lot more difficult than you would probably expect. So here you can see I have a GU and an EU trading strategy. So I had to go through and put in all the GU trades and the EU ones too, and match up the dates and everything like this. And obviously we have the results here, and you know you can see that it takes a while to go through and input all the different trades and track the returns. And I didn't want this to actually have to do this all the time, because you're going to have to basically track two strategies at once whilst matching up the dates, the trades, which one comes first and everything like this. And it is quite annoying to have to do that. So you can see here we have one strategy which was traded from the start of 2023 to mid 2024. Then another one here that was the start of 2022 to mid or late 2023, or actually the first of 2024, I think. Yeah. So there will be an overlap in the trades. And that is a perfect way to actually show an example of how I actually combine them. So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to use Edgewonk, which is the journaling software I use for my day-to-day trading, but we're going to use it to crunch the numbers for our back-tested results. And this is what most people don't do. They just go on one platform, they see the results, and they just take it from there. But the way I want to have it with my backtesting and my live trading is I want it to be exactly the same. I want to know and see results from tested data on the same platform, the same stats as I'm going to see when I'm live trading. The main reason for this is that I can then compare if my live trading is kind of matching the same results and performance as my backtested results. And if I'm being able to see the same stats, then it's very easy to compare the results. Whereas if you're using different platforms that are giving you different results and maybe calculating certain things differently, then you're not going to have this. So we're going to create one here. We're just going to call it YouTube for the sake of the video, and we're trading in USD. So you can just fill in all the basics here, and then we are going to create the journal. And as you see, we have created it. So now what we need to do is export the data. So we're going to come up here and export the data. We've exported that there and exported that there. Both exported into CSV files now. So you come down here in the bottom left of Edgewonk, you upload, and you choose to upload imported type as FX replay, and you choose default setup unless you've already imported or put in your types of setups in the platform, which I can actually show you now actually. So if you go down here to setups, and we can basically add one in here. So the first one we're going to add is a swing trading strategy. Then we're also going to add a EU setup, because this one is a swing trading backtest and this one is an EU backtest. So now when we go to import, if we're firstly going to import the EU setup, we can go on EU and import that. And then once that is selected there, we save and upload. And then we wait a few seconds while it does import the trades, and then we will have the data. So we have the data in here now. And one last thing we need to do before we import the other one is we're going to add a deposit. We can just add this many years before, like that. And we trading with 100K here, and we will save that. So now we have the deposit, and we can see all the trades in here. You can see that the setup is EU, and you can see the equity graph, and you will obviously be able to see all of the stats and everything in here as well. So what we're now going to do is import the second file, and we're going to change this to swing for the setup type, and we're going to save and upload that. And then once that is done, we will be able to see the combined stats for both strategies trading at the same time. We don't have to combine them on Excel. We don't have to do anything special. All we do is just import it. And now if you look at the equity graph, you can see the combined strategy is a very good equity graph. So if I was trading these together, I can see that it's going to be perfect. And on the journal here, you can see some trades are swing, some trades are EU. So if you want to just see EU ones, you can filter it by that. Or if you want to see just swing ones first, then you can do that too. But we obviously want to see it from entry day. So you can go down and see the different stats for all of those setups. Then you can go performance by setup. So you can see the difference. Okay, the EU one, here are the stats. Here are the stats for that one. So, and then you can compare them here as well. So you can see the average P&L of the swing one is a fair bit higher, and win rates are basically the same. You know, all the stats are here for you to see basically. So that is kind of the way I do it, and the way that I would go about kind of collecting and seeing how it works together. And one of the main reasons for this is if I go on the home here, these stats here, if we just put it in percentage, I want to see if I combine the strategies together, what is my max drawdown? What is my return? And what is the return in comparison to the max drawdown? Because that is a very important stat for me to actually have. If you look at the CalMAR ratio down here, I want this number to be as high as possible. And I can see that if I combine these two strategies together, I have a CalMAR ratio of 6.92. And if you Google the definition of a CalMAR ratio, it will be your return against your max drawdown. And this is a very good result for me. And if you're looking at the equity graph, we never have massive peaks and troughs. We're slowly going to the upside, which is very good. But if you look at just the I can't remember which one this is. This is the EU one, for example. We have a lot of sideways action. You see, we're stuck at 11K, and we only break 11K 6-8 months later. Whereas when we're combining the two together, we are at 11K here, or this point here even, but we don't have to wait 8 months to actually break that point, because they're combined, and the winners on the swing are now winning whilst the other one is basically kind of stagnant. We're still winning. And this is kind of the goal you want to get to. They're completely uncorrelated strategies traded together, and now we can see the results of the combination of strategies together. And obviously you can add 3, 4, 5, up to 10 maybe. I'm sure it'd be hard to manage more than 10 manual strategies at once, but it is obviously possible to do. If you do this, let me know how your strategies go together. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.